Have you ever wondered about the history of the Malacañang Palace? This grand edifice, the official residence of the President of the Philippines, has a rich and fascinating history that dates back centuries. Our journey begins in the mid-18th century. A Spanish nobleman, Luis Rocha, built the original Malacañang Palace, a modest summer house by the Pasig River, in 1750. However, the building truly began to take shape in 1825 when it was purchased by the Spanish government and transformed into a temporary residence for the Governor-General. The palace's evolution continued throughout the 19th century. In 1847, it underwent a significant expansion, turning into a grander building. It became the permanent residence of the Spanish Governor-General by the end of the century, symbolizing the Spanish crown's political power. But the winds of change blew with the turn of the 20th century. After the Spanish-American War in 1898, the United States took control of the Philippines. Malacañang Palace then served as the residence of American governors-general. The establishment of the Commonwealth of the Philippines in 1935 marked another significant shift. The palace became the official residence of the Philippine president. It was during this period that the palace saw substantial renovations under President Manuel Quezon's tenure, transforming it into the grand structure we see today. The palace's history became tumultuous during the Second World War. Occupied by Japanese forces, it served as a residence for the Japanese Governor-General. The palace witnessed considerable damage during the Battle of Manila in 1945, but was quickly rehabilitated. Post-war, the palace became the seat of the Philippine Republic. It played host to various presidents, each leaving their own mark. Notably, during the Marcos regime in the 70s and 80s, the palace expanded vastly, becoming the Malacañang complex we know today. In the years that followed, the palace has remained a symbol of the Philippines' political power and history. It has stood witness to the nation's evolution, from a Spanish colony to an American territory to a commonwealth, and finally an independent republic. To summarize, the Malacañang Palace, initially a modest summer house, has transformed over the centuries, mirroring the Philippines' political and historical changes. It served as the residence of Spanish and American governors-general, became the official residence of the Philippine president, and witnessed significant events like the Second World War and the Marcos regime. Today, it stands as a symbol of the nation's rich history and political power, a monument to the Philippines' ever-evolving narrative. And so, the story of the Malacañang Palace continues, as it remains at the heart of the nation's political life, its walls whispering tales of the past and its halls echoing the footsteps of the future.